Hey guys, welcome back to the Club Chat. We're doing a little mini series, bite size, over Christmas and New Year's to help you get ready to kick your 2026 goals. And the drill is, I'm reading a prompt off my phone. Sorry, I'm like wriggling around this chair. I just need to get comfortable. I'm reading a prompt off my phone with no plan. I just find one I like and we just flow and see what comes out. I picked one here. Let me find it. I thought this little episode I'll do more like personal to me. Hopefully you guys get something from it as well that you can pull out and apply to your own life. And the question is, what I'm protecting my energy from lately is, and for me, that's negative energy. I think like life is amazing, it's so beautiful. And I find negative energy is just like so contagious and really drags you down. And I've noticed since like we're holding a way bigger vision and mission in the studio that like I'm really fired up and I'm really excited about life. And there's just like nothing worse than someone just like being like so negative and like almost damsel in distress vibes. I just can't do it anymore, be around it. Like people continually talking about something, also like victim mentality, it doesn't get you anywhere. That's personally what I'm just like protecting my energy from at the moment. Like I find it really hard to, be around like negativity. I am so fired up about our mission and vision now. And I'm also find it really hard to be around like people that really, I'm all for like chatting about like certain things you're dealing with. But if you come to me for the last 3 months about the same thing and you haven't made any change, I find it really, really hard to be around that, because at that point you're choosing to stay in that situation. I vent all day, every day, and I don't really like to call it venting anymore, because same thing, like I just feel like that has a negative context to it. I kind of like, I don't know, like I like to pick people's brains and almost like mastermind with them without them even knowing. So like I'll ring them with like stuff that's going on and problems I'm trying to solve. And like in business, there's always constraints and things you're working through. And sometimes you just need that second person, or sometimes it's like up to 4 people to bounce ideas off of, so you get everyone's opinions and then go away and I do the work. My thing is like, how can I get that done as quickly as possible? It's not like let's sit in that and feel sorry for ourselves for as long as possible. Life is going to throw stuff at you. It's going to throw so many curveballs and problems at you. But like how also empowering, like my favorite thing is like problem solving now. It just, once again, like the episode that you listened to a few days ago is like, it builds confidence. Doing hard stuff builds confidence. And it's like putting in the reps. So yeah, there's heaps of stuff that happens to me that's against my preferences. But instead of like sitting in the negativity and the damsel in stress victim mentality, talk through it, mastermind, pick people's brains and take action. Because why would you want to stay in that situation? Like, let's get out of it as quick as possible so we can go back to enjoying life. I always do it now, and I encourage you to do it too as well, to have a bit of an energy audit of what's affecting your energy. And I'm very good at setting boundaries now if something's affecting my energy to either, and sometimes it's like you can't remove yourself from situations, and I understand that. But it's like, what sort of boundary can you implement, even like temporarily, just to have a bit of an energy shift and then go back into it? Sometimes when you're around people a lot, boundaries can be overcrossed and people can get really comfortable with you and say stuff they wouldn't necessarily say if they weren't as comfortable. For me, I remove myself and I'll disappear for a week and they won't see me. And then when you go back into that environment, the energy's shifted. And I think that's really important, because I find these days that it's the mentality of like, it used to be like, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. No one else, like I was brought up, don't take your moods out on anyone else. That was how I was brought up. But I don't know, I feel like that's sometimes gets thrown out a window a little bit these days. And it's like, if you're in a mood, like everyone has to know about it. So I think it's like checking in with yourself on like, how am I showing up? Like, am I showing up the way that I would want people to treat me? And then it's also understanding that you can't control other people's actions, and like not everyone's going to maybe take that approach, and people are on different paths in their lives and it might take them longer to realize certain things than others. But it's like, yeah, you can't control how they're going to show up, but you can control your boundaries and how much you'll put up with it. And I don't think even like, I don't know, with my personal experience in life, like people are an iceberg and there's so much, like we see the top part of what they show to the world and what you see. And there's just like this big underneath layer of their like whole life. It's their whole life. Everything has happened to them in their life. And there's many reasons why people are like they are. So I don't even waste time like explaining to people now how I feel. I just remove myself. Because, you know, people are a big, big iceberg. And I just feel that personally for me, I think because I spend so much time and energy within a day doing everything, all the tasks that I need to do, I just don't have the energy to even explain to people. I just feel like we're all adults. Everyone knows what they're doing, what they're not doing. And I just don't, like, I just remove myself from the energy. But like, it's very important to like, or check in with your own energy. So I do that constantly. I do that with my team all the time. I'm like, how can I be a better leader? What do you need from me? And also be open to constructive criticism around these things. And once again, it might not be to your preferences. You might hear something that you don't necessarily like, or maybe you don't necessarily agree with, but you take it on board and you go, okay, how can I show up and be better next time? So the boundary, the energy that I'm not putting up with at the moment, or whatever. What was the prompt? I don't think it was putting up with. Let me quickly get it up. Try and make sure I say it right. What I'm protecting my energy from, lately is definitely, negativity and victim mentality and people like trying to suck the energy out of you, and you have to listen and listen and listen to a cycle that's going on and on and on, and there's no changes being made. I just find that really hard. Anyway, I'm nervous about this conversation today, but I think it does need to be talked about. So now that I've had my little vent, it's what can I give to you guys now so you can take this out to the real world? So I want you to do an energy audit of how you're showing up. Let's start with us first before we pick on other people and look at ourselves and our own standards. Are you keeping the promises to yourself? Are you holding yourself to a high standard? Are you following your values? Are you showing up to the full authentic person that you want to be? If you have this person in your mind that you want to be, like, are you showing up as them? And then do an energy audit to what you have around you. How are the people around you acting and affecting you? Like, is there anyone that you feel like, and it doesn't have to be cutting them out of your life. I'm not necessarily talking about that. Like, sometimes there's a time and place for that, but it's just like do you just need like a week apart, like a 5-second break? And then it also, so I want you to audit that, before I jump ahead, just one topic at a time, one thing at a time. Do an audit on what's the energy like around you? What's the environment around you like? And whether it's a conversation, maybe it's a pull away, refresh, restart, re-enter the environment, or maybe it's a permanent change and you got to do what's best for you. And then the other thing is, like, this doesn't necessarily have to be people-based as well. I'm just using that as a main example today. Look at your personal environment as well. How is your environment shaping you? Maybe you're just like following all these negative people on social media, or like I've had it before, like you just get trapped in like a bad algorithm where it's just like you're just getting fed all this like negative stuff and you feel like the world's ending, the world's on fire, it's doomsday. That happens to me sometimes. Or you watch one conspiracy video and it's just like, oh my gosh, too much. There's actually a setting somewhere in Instagram where you can refresh your algorithm. Do that, refresh it, rebuild it. Do whatever you need to protect your energy away from negativity and anything that's going to drain your energy. And maybe it's even like coming down to your space is cluttered and it makes you feel negative, or you've got no sunlight. You always have the blinds down, like put the blinds up. That's positive, like having some sunlight come into your space. So yeah, do an audit on your whole life, the people around you, relationships, your home environment, your social environment, your phone, your work, your finances. Do an audit on everything. Find what's working, what's not working, and then attack it. Make the change. I don't want to do a podcast like this in 6 months' time and you guys are in the same spot that you are in now. Like I said, remove yourself from negativity or anything that's draining you, but don't get trapped in a cycle of just, because then you're on a negative cycle of like, everyone's around me is negative, blah, 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 and it's impacting you. Make the changes. Make them as soon as you can. Don't get trapped on the cycle of like, I don't know what to do, because you know what to do. You always deep down know what to do. It just, once again, might not be to your preferences. And in my experience, when it comes to dealing with relationships, boundaries, protecting your energy and negativity, these things are always better to be done sooner rather than later, because they don't tend to improve. They usually get worse. Reset, get back into it. So if you're going on like this cycle of like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Got this hard situation. You do know what to do. It's just once again against your preferences. So the choice you have is staying in the pain that you're in right now or making the hard choice to be where you want to be. Yeah, that's basically what I am protecting my energy on right now. And in my work, energy is like a massive thing. Like I have to show up with a lot of energy daily to move with 11 people regularly, like hour after hour. Like, so protecting my energy is really, really important. But I'd say for majority of people, especially when you're raising kids and you've got family partners and everyone out there also has really important jobs that would require a lot of energy. It's like just so important to just, check in with yourself, see how you're feeling, and realize life is beautiful. You're very, very lucky to be on this earth in this exact time with the exact people around you that you have and your family and your kids and everything. And let's just make it the most positive, fun experience we can and set really strong boundaries because it will help you. I hope you pulled something from that and it wasn't just like a rant session for me, but I just feel like it's so, so important because I just feel like you can do all the things that we talk about, all the strong foundations and nailing the basics and doing hard things and coming to classes and everything. But if you have a negative, toxic environment around you, it's really going to have a massive impact to how you feel. So you want to clear out as much of that toxicness, toxic waste out of here as you can, because at the end of the day, like it's contagious and it's going to drag you down. All said with love. And I hope, like I said, you got something from that you needed. Thank you once again for joining us and we'll see you on the next day. See you, love you, bye.